This will be a follow-up video to the one that I did concerning interior and exterior angles of a circle. I'll put a link to that in the description in case you missed it. But here for the first problem we have tangents AB. So again, remember, tangent touches a circle at one point, in this case at point B, and then we have AD as a tangent. And we're given angle A to be 50 degrees. So this angle right here is 56 degrees. And normally in these types of problems where the vertex is outside the circle, the procedure is to take 1/2 the difference of the arcs. The large arc, that would be BCD, minus the small arc would be BD. But in this case, we're not given the arcs. But we know that in this particular case, arc BCD plus, well, I should say the measure of arc BCD and the measure of BD, that's 360 degrees. So we're going to let the measure of arc BD. Now you don't have to do this, you can just use BD the way it is by itself, but it's easier for the substitution here. So let the measure of this arc right here, BD, BX. So therefore the measure of arc BCD, that would be this arc over here on this side. The total has to be 360, so if I let this BD arc equal to X, then the other one has to be 360. I'll leave the degrees out for now, but that's in degrees, 360 minus X. So now we just use the formula. So it's the angle, in this case it's angle A, or BAD, which is 56 degrees, should equal to 1/2. And again, remember, when the vertex is outside the circle, generally you take the difference of the large arc and the small arc. So the large arc measure is 360, so this would be 360 minus X. Okay, that's minus. Okay, so this is your large arc, and then the small one is X. And then usually on these types of problems you're going to have that's 1/2 out here. Sometimes you can distribute and multiply through. If the terms or numbers there are not divisible by 2, you can multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the fraction. So here I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. 2 times 56 is 112. And of course 2 times 2 here cancels this. So all I'm left with is 360 and then minus X and minus X is minus 2X. And then we isolate the term with the X, the minus 2X. So here I'm going to add a minus 360 to both sides. So we got a 112 and minus 360 is minus 248. And of course 360 minus 260 cancels. I'm left for the minus 2X over here. divide through by a -2. And I'm going to get these will cancel here, and here is the -2 here also. -248 divided by -2 give me x is equal to 124. Now if they told you to find x, that would be it. That would be your answer right there. But they want us to find the measure of BD and arc BCD. So instead of rewriting this, let me just do it here. So x, of course, is BD. So this then would be 124. And this is in degrees. Now there's some textbooks that'll say if they use the word the letter M here, measure of the angle, measure of the arc, it's understood to be degrees. So sometimes they just say measure of arc BD equals 124 with the understanding that it's degrees. But I'll just go ahead and put it in there. And then of course the difference between 360 as we saw and 124 is the larger arc, which is 236. And those are your two answers. This one says, given the figure and info below, find the value of x. So here they give you the measure of arc AC. That's this one right here, to be 8x plus 20. And the measure of arc DE to be 2x plus 4. And they also give you the angle. So you've got pretty much the information you need there. And again, in this one, they do just want the value of x. Now, if they wanted the value of the measure in degrees, you could just plug in. But in this case, all we have to do here is say, okay, we have, again, an exterior angle. The vertex is outside the circle. So we take the larger arc minus the smaller arc, the measure of those two, multiply by 1/2, and that gives me the angle. So in this case, the formula then is, this angle right here is given in terms of x. So we got 4x minus 2 should equal to 1/2. So it's the large arc, that's AC. So this would be 8x. (8x plus 20), and then it's minus the smaller arc. This would be, in this case, D, the measure. So that would be 2x. Plus 4. Then this is equal to, let's simplify the right side a little bit, so this will be 1/2. Got 8x, then distribute the negative 8x, and a minus 2x here gives me a 6x. And then distribute the negative, okay, minus times the 4, so it'll be minus 4, 20 minus 4. It's a plus 16. And then of course we have 4x minus 2 over here. Now we could again multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the fraction, and then go ahead and proceed to solve for x. But notice 1/2 multiply 6, and the 2 goes into the 6, the 2 goes into the 16, so let me just rewrite this as 1/2 times 6x is 3x. That's the same thing as 1/2 times 6. Then 1/2 of 16 is 8. This is 4x minus 2. And then we just isolate the like terms. So let's add negative 3x here. And negative 3x over here. We're getting all of the x's on one side, the numbers on the other side. Here I'm going to add a plus 2 to get rid of this one. A plus 2 over here. So notice minus 2 and 2 cancel, minus 3x and minus 3x cancel, and then 4x and minus 3x is x. And 8 and 2 is 10. In this case, that would be the answer, because it just wants you to find the value of x. Now, if it asks you to find the measures of the arcs and the angle, then you could just go and plug in. So then you could just plug in here and say, okay, I want arc AC, that's 10 times 8 is 80, and 20 is 100. Put a 10 here. If I want arc DE, 10 times 2, 20, and 4 is 24. And then if I want angle B, put a 10 there. 10 times 4 is 40, minus 2 is 38, and so on. So these are pretty straightforward. Like I said, sometimes you're doing this, they'll give you the angle and one of the arcs, and they'll ask you to find the measure of the other arc, maybe the smaller or the larger one. The setup's still going to be the same. It's just a matter of what's given. And this one, they don't actually, they give you everything, but they give it to you in terms of an expression involving x. But the procedure's the same. You're given extra numbers. Sometimes they'll give you 2 out of 3, and you find the other one. But the setup is pretty much the same. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.